Prerna here. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've been noticing, and maybe you have too in your homes. Do you think children get anxious and depressed? Yeah. These are emotions that we're born with. Anxiety and depression are just part of the spectrum, and we're born with it. And from a very early age, children can experience this. So, how do you know if your child is experiencing this? It may show up in their behavior. So, children don't say, I'm scared and overwhelmed. Sometimes they'll say, I'm scared, but mostly they won't say, I'm anxious or depressed. It'll show up in their behavior. So, what might that behavior be? They may be more clingy. They want to sleep with you. They want to do everything with you. They want to go where you're going. They may be more cranky. They may be more easily upset and emotional. And if you're noticing some of this, you might be wondering, how can I help them? What's going on? So I'm going to share 3 very simple tips, and hopefully that'll help you reach your child and help them to get regulated. So one of the very first things you can do is start talking about feelings and emotions from a very early age. Right from the time they're toddlers, start labeling the emotion that you're noticing. Whatever emotion they're expressing, label it. I love children's literature because it's a great way to talk about concepts. This is my all-time favorite book, I Am Human, and this talks about all types of emotions, and it's easy to read and you can start labeling them. So that's one tip. The second tip is start labeling the parts of the brain. I am homeschooling and I have a granddaughter, and the other day she wasn't feeling quite right and she was feeling a little upset and a little cranky. And so when she had calmed down, because you can't have the reflective conversations when they're not calm, when she had calmed down, I said to her, you're not quite feeling yourself, you're looking a little upset today. Did you know that you have 3 brains? We've been talking about the brain since she was before 3. So even though she didn't fully understand it then, the seed was being planted. So our brain conversations have gone on for all these years. So I said to her, you have 3 brains. And she was listening. So I said, so 3 brains are a scared brain, a happy or sad brain, and then a calm brain. And she said, I do have 3 brains, but it's not those ones. I said, oh really? What are they? And she said, I have a sad brain, a happy brain, and a serious brain. I said, okay, serious works. And so when you're in your serious brain, you can problem solve. When you're in your serious brain, you can really think through something. And that's when the reflective conversations can happen. But when you're in your sad brain, will you tell me? Because if you can tell me, we can work through it together. Instead of just crying and being upset, if you could just say to me, I'm in my sad brain right now, that would give me a hint. Can we do that? So she agreed. And this might be helpful if you're having children acting out. Have that conversation. It might help them to label it. The other thing about emotions is that if you can mention it, you can manage it. So create an environment that is safe to talk about emotions and feelings, no matter if they're heavy or if they're good or bad. It's a safe place to talk about it. Emotions are normal things that we go through. It's not about suppressing, it's not about pretending it doesn't happen. It's about accepting it and going through it. It's like that old song, we're going on a bear hunt and we have to go through it. We have to go through the emotion. So that's tip number 2. First, talk about the feelings, talk about the brain. And the third thing, we've created a chart. So I'm homeschooling currently, and this is a chart that we created. So when she comes in the morning, we talk about, and these were colors that she came up with. So you can come up with a chart in your family with your child's help. And the labels were good, mad, sad, fine, not really happy, but just fine. She said, not, just okay, she said. Sick or happy. And this helps our day. So in the morning when she comes, we talk about it, I talk about it, she talks about it, we put it on the chart, where are we that day, and what is making us feel that way. So whatever we're feeling, what's causing it, which also helps the children to understand that something causes it and I can make it better. It's not going to be here permanently. So that's tip number 3. Create a visual something that they can use that chart to express how they're feeling. And if you're a parent at home and you would like further help, or if you're an educator that you would want some professional development, I offer both independent parent consulting and professional development for schools. visit my website togetherwegrow.online, and if you like this tip, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you if this was helpful or not, and share. I wish you all the best in raising happy, healthy, well-adjusted children. You can do this. Thanks for watching.